In this example, we're going to look at how to divide by decimals, and there's a very specific way in which to do these questions. So, if we're doing 3.6 divided by 0.04, the very first thing to do is to write the question as a fraction. So I write 3.6 over 0.04. And remember, the line, this line that I've got a little red mark beside, this line in a fraction means divide. So it's actually just the same question as before. The next thing we need to do is we need to make this fraction into a fraction where the bottom part, so again, the numerator, which is just here, where the bottom part is a whole number. To do this, what I'm going to do is multiply the top and bottom by a number so that this 0.04 here ends up being 4. So the number that I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by is going to be 100. So I multiply the bottom by 100, and when I do that, the bottom becomes a 4. I multiply the top by 100, and when I do that, the top of the fraction becomes 360. Now, this is an easier question to do because it's quite easy to divide 360 by 4. Because the numbers work out nicely, I can do this one in my head and I can work out it's 90, but you could use ordinary division. This is the final answer. You do not need to divide through by 100 again. All you need to do is make the sum into a fraction, make the calculation into a fraction, multiply the top and bottom, so that, again, the bottom piece, the denominator, ends up being a whole number, and then do the division. In this example, I'm going to divide 0.024 by 0.8. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing I did before. I'm going to rewrite the question, but I'm going to rewrite it as a fraction. So this time I've got on the top here 0.024, on the bottom 0.8, and the line in the middle, as with all fractions, means divide. The next thing I'm going to do is multiply the bottom by a number to turn it into a whole number. And if I want to do that, the easiest number to choose, you can see, would be a 10. So I'm going to multiply the bottom by 10, and that's going to give me 8. But if I multiply the bottom by 10, I've also got to multiply the top by 10 to keep the fraction the same. So when I do that, I get 0.24, using our rules from decimal multiplication from before. Now this question is a bit more awkward than the one we saw previously, but we just need to divide it using our rules for dividing decimals by whole numbers. And to do that, you just write the 8 outside a division sign, you write 0.24 in the division, and do the division as usual. So 8 divided into 0 doesn't go. Put that in the decimal point. 8 divided into 2 doesn't go, and carry the 2 over. 8 divided into 24 goes 3 times. And so the answer to the original question, the final answer, is going to be 0.03.